I wasn't planning on making this a video or anything like that, but I got a little bit invested, and I figured I might as well talk about my experience, just in case maybe you're going through the same thing or something. But a couple weeks ago, for the first time in a long time, I bought a pre-built keyboard, just a keyboard that comes in a box, has switches and caps, and you take it out and you use it. And the reason why I got it is kind of like, well, up until now, I had never used a Hall effect keyboard, right? A magnetic keyboard. And I got curious and I wanted to kind of know like what the features are like. So I had, some Christmas money and I just bought myself a Hall effect keyboard. So I got this one. I got the Chill Key Slice 75 HE, which it's pretty nice. Like in terms of aesthetics, it's not that crazy. You do have this wolf fox badge thing, which is like whatever. I would have preferred maybe extra keys here, but it's fine. It comes in a bunch of different colors, but I got white just because it comes with these kind of blue transparent keycaps, and it kind of matches some of the other stuff on my desk. So I figured, yeah, this is a good match. I'm gonna get this keyboard, and I like blue anyways, right? Part of the reason why I bought this keyboard as opposed to some other Hall effect keyboard was just that it comes with WS switches. I've used WS switches in the past. Like I really like the Morandi switches and the Hoshimachi Suisse VTuber kind of themed keyboard that I built a couple years ago. Also uses WS switches. So I'm a big fan of their switches in general. So I kind of got curious. I was like, what is a Hall effect WS switch like? So it's one of the main reasons why I got this keyboard. And I mean, like, okay, so I'm not gonna like review the keyboard. I'm not gonna like talk about the specific Hall effect features of this keyboard. Like, they're fine, they work great, but just really, really quickly, if you don't know, the difference between a mechanical keyboard switch and a Hall effect keyboard switch is just that a mechanical keyboard switch is basically it's on or it's off. That's it. So as you depress the stem, once it gets past the actuation point, it will close a circuit and then it'll tell the computer, hey, I'm being pressed right now. And then once you let go, circuit opens again and then it's off and that's it. But a Hall effect keyboard, the switches have like a little magnet in the stem and the sensor in the PCB, it knows how much you are depressing the stem exactly. So you could have a completely analog switch as if you're using like a control stick on a controller. Like you could go a little bit or you could go full tilt, and like in theory the game would register exactly how much you're pressing the key down. So this could be good for driving games if you're going to use it for like the accelerator on a car. In general though, I think like a lot of games don't behave nicely when you switch between like an analog input and mouse and keyboard. Like if you ever played a game on PC with a controller, you would know that the moment you kind of move your mouse a little bit, the game kind of just snaps immediately back to mouse and keyboard mode, and all your inputs change. So a lot of games don't handle that very well. But I think why a lot of people are buying Hall effect keyboards isn't for analog inputs. It's actually for adjustable actuation points. So you can tell the software when I push the key down this far, actuate, or when I push it down this far, actuate, or something like that. It's completely customizable, and you can set it to be super short or super long or whatever, or on a per key basis. There's also stuff like rapid triggers, so you could reactuate a key really fast. But yeah, anyway, so that's kind of why I bought a Hall effect keyboard. I wanted to experiment with those kind of features, and those features work really good. They work as expected, and it's great for gaming. But I would say like almost immediately, after taking it out of the box and doing a typing test with it, the thing that stuck out to me was just the sound of it. It sounds kind of weird to me, to my ears at first, like after just using mechanical keyboards and building different types of mechanical keyboards for so long. It sounds unique. It sounds really weird. I guess you could get used to it. It's not like terrible per se, but the sound is one thing. And to me, it's not so much the sound profile, it's actually just like how loud it is. Now, I normally don't mind if a keyboard is super loud. Like, I've made loud keyboards on purpose before. But when I buy a keyboard specifically for gaming, a loud keyboard is like the last thing that I want. It's like one thing if I'm gaming by myself, but I game all the time with friends. So I'm on a Discord call, or maybe I'm streaming, or maybe I'm playing with someone who is streaming. And the last thing that I want is the sound of my keyboard to be in your stream, you know, or just to be annoying. Like, I don't want that. So I was a little bit torn. Like, I really wanted to use this keyboard. I like how it looks and I like the features of it, and it's pretty enjoyable to use. But the sound was just, it was such a big deal. I did my best to try to mitigate it, to try to fix it. I changed my noise gate in my microphone settings, which like kind of helped, but not really. Like, it didn't really fix the problem, honestly. So I just decided to go and pick up silent Hall effect switches. Now, compared to like the vast number of mechanical switches, there aren't as many silent Hall effect keyboard switches, but I managed to find one. So I got the Haimu Snow Silent HE switch. The main reason for getting the switch is basically just that it was, well, it was like the only switch I could really find that had decent shipping to Japan and like whatever. So after pulling off all the caps and swapping the switches and then putting the caps back on, like almost immediately it made like a big difference. I mean, what's to say really about it that silent switches are silent? I mean, that's not a big surprise. But it was really nice to see like, or to hear how big of a difference it makes. So you can hear like right away, like it's really different, right? And in terms of like uh gaming, like now this is a keyboard that I could like use with confidence for gaming, either like by myself or on a Discord call or streaming or something like that. Like I don't mind, like I'm not worried about the sound of this keyboard now. And I know like yeah, there's so many other Hall effect keyboards that I could have got that aren't as loud as the Slice 75 stock. Like I've used, well, I mean, like I've kind of played around a little bit with like a Wooting board and Arbiter Studios, and like those keyboards are like they're so much more quieter. I think because they're mainly plastic. You know, I like the aesthetics of this one, and I think aesthetics are a little important as well when you pick out your keyboard, regardless if you got this keyboard or not. If you're like, I really like this keyboard, but it's loud, you know, for gaming or whatever. Yeah, throw some silent switches in there. You know, it kind of makes a little bit of a difference. Anyways, that's really it. So, thanks for watching.